shift. I mean, you won your world titles in 1983, and then your first Olympics was 84 in LA. 4 gold medals there. But of course, it goes full circle. So in 2028, in a couple of years' time, we've got the Olympics back in LA. Is that kind of your? Are you looking at dipping out of your current role and being involved with LA 28?
Yeah, I've been involved some capacity since 2015, and because I think LA's going to be an incredible games. There's some little nervousness now because we got a psycho in the house, but don't get me started. I mean, they may not let me back in the country. You immigrant now. But anyway, so I think that I want them to have that experience. Having an Olympic Games in your own country is, going to the Olympics period is amazing, but in your own country, it's a whole nother level. And so the weird part about it is that, I've known about this for, years, since 2015. And when they said they're going to do this, I was already coaching again. So I was like, wow, if they get this games here, we get a chance to go back, and I might go back with someone. And so I have probably 2 or 3 athletes that are working with us now that are almost guaranteed to be in LA. So I think it's incredible. I think it'll be great for the city, great for the country. People, everyone loves the Olympics.
Carl, you live in Houston, Texas, but actually...
Just Houston, we don't claim Texas.
Okay. Not yet.
At all.
But LA being in California, and California was something like the world's 6th biggest economy, some ridiculous statistic.
It's 4th now.
4th, is it? Coming up in the world. But along with being a massive economy is a whole bunch of issues around sustainability and everything, and this event has huge challenges around sustainability, which it is tackling head on, it's telling people to bring their own water bottles, it's telling them to take local public transport, which is free, that's been put in place for people. But is that something that you focus upon at home as well? Are you a wide intellect of things outside of track and field in your coaching? Do you care about the planet and sustainability and wildlife and all that sort of stuff?
Absolutely. I think it's so amazing. I came to India for the first time in 1989. And I remember I was here in the 90s, and this is serious now. And I was I here? I think it was in Mumbai. And we were going to a hotel. It was like a Ritz-Carlton, fabulous hotel. And I remember there were homeless people around it. And I was so sad. And so I said to the guy taking me there, I said, how do you just step over people like this every day? And he goes, well, we just do. And it just hit me. It's like, how can we just do that? And it's not just there, it's everywhere in the world. And so we have, we understand that we're destroying in a lot of ways our environment. But what gets me is that we have to change the culture and idea of it's not just about me. And right now in America, we have to fight hard to tell our young people, because many of our politicians on one side could care less about any of that. And I sit here, and now I'm a young grandfather, but I'm a grandfather, and I'm saying, how do you not care about your children, your grandchildren? You just don't care. So it is a very important issue to me. The environment is very important for me. Sustainability is very important. And if you talk about this race, it's multiple things. It's just what we do for each other, what we lead for each other. It's how we treat each other. And so those are important issues, because I've been involved in entertainment, I've been involved in politics, so I'm all over. But I talk to the kids every day about things outside. I send them messages. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm pretty political. And I wasn't the other thing, but I got off after the election. But I think it's very important that we get to young people, explain to them how important it is, and when you have events like this, when this is the message, it permeates down. Because the thing about these races, these marathons and these races, they're family events. So you may be running this race, but your daughter and son are on the side cheering for you, but not only are they cheering for you, they probably ran with you sometimes. They're invested. And so the message that you send from this goes through generations. And then 20 years, think about this. If you were a 7-year-old and your father was in his first race, because there weren't very many women, and his wife wanted to join but they couldn't, and now 20 years later, that son is now running with his wife. this is the kind of messages that come from these events, and that's why it's so important.